like the spirit they showed today and effort they put in, or what would you say about that?
No, not really. I mean, if you don't, on day one, if you don't have spirit and effort,
Right.
I mean, that should be a constant. It's always though. Day one is always like start getting little butterflies, and it's always like just it's like being in Little League or something, like your first Little League game. You get like butterflies a little bit the night before. Because just excited to get started and have another season. The seasons are a lot of fun.
When you see the freshmen out here, you kind of alluded to this last week, but they are what you thought they were when you brought them here. You're seeing the things that you expected to see.
Yeah, and they were better in the they were better in the summer when it was skill one-on-one, just kind of transition offense. Now is the time where freshmen they really got to lock in and learn, because now it's like we're asking them to play defense at a level that they've never had to play it at. We're asking them to be like fundamentally sound, catch the ball with two hands, how to pass the ball, in the half court, whether it's like a ball reversal or you're getting somebody into a shot. It's like all the like little details that like is going to be the difference between winning and losing. But I mean, Richie, a Cook, Jalen, James, RJ, they all elevate just the overall level of play.
How long do you, in your expectations for them to get up to speed for the intensity that they need to play with?
It'll probably take them. I remember like my best freshman at Rhode Island, E.C. Matthews was a top 75, top 100 recruit. It took him until like game 8 or 9, before his role really expanded. I think he got his first start. He was a 2,000-point scorer. It took him to like game 9 to start his first game. I think Hassan Martin, who was like one of the all-time best big guys to ever play at URI. I think it took him 12 or 13 games. And then Jared Terrell, who came in as a grown man, he started right from the opener. So, it's the learning curve. It's like, how much can they absorb and learn to not make tons of mistakes. They could all make plays. They're all super athletic, but a lot of winning comes down to like who makes the least amount of mistakes. And that's basically where we got to kind of get them.
Is that just your patience, Dan? I mean, because you'd like to get there tomorrow. Or are you pretty patient in that regard, knowing that it's going to take this group a while?
No, I'm the perfect coach for these scenarios. I think that's why Dave and Cousin Herbs like me for it, because I've been through it before. I've been through year 2s. I've been through year 1s. I know how to bring freshmen along. I know how to give them just enough. And I understand this process, so I don't get spooked by a bad practice or the freshman not knowing where to be in ball screen defense or not know how to guard a flare screen. Like, I know how they're going to come in here, and I know how to bring them along.
I mean, year 2 at Wagner was obviously a big jump. URI was a good improvement. I mean, do they have the look right now that you want from sort of the year 2 beginning? I know it's obviously very early, but
I don't think it's going to really, for me, I don't know that it will come down to what the freshmen will do, as long as they have the maturity and the work ethic. I think the year is really, like this is Al and Christian's team. This is their team. And Josh. I mean, we need those 3 guys to play at an all-conference level. And then again, like we need a lot from Sid. We need a lot from Tyler. We need more from Isaiah, more from Brendan, and then we need the freshmen to be as good as advertised when the ball goes up. But those older guys got to take pressure off them, because the freshmen aren't just going to come in and bail us out.
Do you see Sidney as a much more mature player or a more confident player going into this season?
Yeah, I mean Sid, Sid had a thumb in the summer, which set him back about a month. And that hurt him during the summer, and I was disappointed because I just think he's an important player, and it's such an important year in his career. So Sid could really help us, though. Sid, and obviously he could help himself by just being like a really good player. Compete to start. If you come up short and chasing that role, then we need him to be like elevate us off the bench. So Sid's been really good the last week, 2 weeks. He's turned it up.
What have Alan and CB done to show you that they're here and they're ready to make this game?
Well, I think this off season was good. Me and Christian did a lot of. We spent a lot of time talking. There was no mediator. It was just good. It wasn't like counseling, but for us too, relationship counseling. But it was good to just spend a lot of time talking and me understand him better and him understand how I need him to carry himself. And I just want him to play with the mindset that that he's not at odds with the staff. The staff's behind him. But we just need you to play a certain way and to be a positive leader. And we want him to be able to have a year that he feels good about. And we're behind him and just want him to understand that. It's not like, we're not at each other's, as long as we're on the same page, it's all good. It's going to be good.
What's the purpose with the trophy that you have? Did you do that at URI?
Yeah, we did that at Rhode Island just as a reminder of what the expectations should be for us. And just what you should be constantly in pursuit of. You shouldn't be constantly in pursuit of your own, individual accolades and mindset. You got to be chasing a championship. And again, if the older guy, if we get a couple guys, those 3 older players playing at all conference level, and then we get a jump from those other guys, and then the freshmen are good, then you got to chase that this year. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to.
Coach, how have your expectations for Josh Carlson changed in 12 months?
A lot, and I've tried to pound that into his mindset. That there's high expectations in general. I think just in basketball for him this year. He established himself last year. He had really good numbers the second half of the year, especially. And now it's like, come on, now you got to take the next step because that's the expectation and you're capable. So. If he were to kind of repeat last year's performance, that would be disappointing.
Do you feel now, after a year plus, that the guys you inherited are your guys? That you've got your way ingrained with them enough?
Yeah, the huddle. I always look to that. What does the huddle feel like? And I feel like when I'm in the huddles now, that's nothing to, that's nothing to do with any individuals from last year. It's just time spent together. We got an additional probably 70 practices. We just get to know each other better, more time together. Yeah, it's like everyone in that huddle, I think the trust level's higher. And, and they have better expectations around how we're supposed to work here and how we're supposed to carry ourselves.
You don't have to Hartford today?
What's that?
You don't have to Hartford to a second
Yeah,
session?
so we'll get the second session there. I think last year there was so many just scheduling issues that we just didn't have opportunities to get in there enough. So we got way out ahead of it this year, and just I think it'll allow us to perform better. We'll get there a bunch. We'll do a lot more of weekend second practice in the XL Center. Get a lot more shots, and just get more comfortable in the surroundings because it's a unique situation that way for us. To split the games and. It's awesome to have the opportunity to play in a big arena like that when it's packed. So we want to give them something to cheer about, not something to moan about. So.
Are they taking more ownership of this team? You think when you first got here, they were looking to you more? You think they're looking at each other?
Well, I think Alan and Christian have crushed that for us. I think the next thing is we need Tyler, Josh, Isaiah. Not so much Sid, because Sid has a big personality. I just don't always know what he may say. But and refreshingly, it's not. Sid's awesome to be around. But also Isaiah, Josh, and Tyler. We got to step out of the shadows and act like upperclassmen. Those guys are juniors now. We need them as guys at the forefront and not so quiet. We need more presence from them.
Coach's schedule came out last week. How do you feel the non-conference will prepare you for the league? Did anything catch your eye about the league schedule, the way it was set up?
Not really. I expected. We had an expectation to how the conference schedule would play, and that didn't disappoint. And then the non-conference, I think, has got good some obviously huge Florida home game that'll be exciting for our fans. Charleston's got some great teams in it. Indiana at the Garden, get a chance to play at the Garden again. Iona at home, a likely conference, a likely preseason conference favorite. I think it's. I think we got a good mix for where we're at.
Do you like that? Like you're fitting in Villanova in the middle of the league.
Oh, I forgot about that. No.
Do you like that?
No. Thanks for reminding me. No. No, I would never do that.
Why?
Never. What's that?
Why?
I don't like throwing a non-conference game in the middle of the season where you're supposed to be locked in on winning a regular season conference championship. Oh wait, we're going to step away from that and go play. No, Villanova. It's just when you get into conference play for me, like you're so focused on like conference play, just to throw in a non-conference game is just to me. I don't like it. I would never do it. So I'll never do it.
What's the biggest difference between this year's team and last year's?
Just a better understanding of how we, when we're in here, how we need to work overall as a group. I would say probably just depth. Depth. I feel like we're going to be able to play 9 or 10 guys with this group this year if we're healthy. And that was a much different feeling than last year. We could be in situations this year where there's a guy on the bench that we feel like we're not getting enough minutes for, as opposed to last year. At times it kind of felt like we were just trying to get through games and occupy enough minutes.
Richard picked up things pretty good.
What's that?
Richie,
he's behind, because he's so young. He just turned 18 today. Happy birthday, Richie. He's smart. He's mobile. He's got good skill level. He's going to be really, really good. And he's a great kid. When you put your head down on the pillow, you don't worry about like Richie. It's just just such a quality addition. Probably of the guys, him and RJ probably got the least amount of fanfare. But those two guys will prove to be integral parts of hopefully a championship with guys.